Start with this. Okay, we're going to start from lying down in our back. So protect your neck, your head. Use your blanket, your towel, anything to place it right under your neck or supporting your head. And it's always a good idea to have the knees bent to release any tightness or tension in your lower back. First, when we're just lying down here, beginning the session, so there's nothing happened before this, so we need to start slowly, especially with the lower back. So this is a good way to avoid any tightness at the beginning. So gently here, rock your head from side to side. Have the hands placed on your belly. Take a moment here, slowly rocking your head from one side to the opposite side. And bring the head back through center. Take a moment here. And let's keep the right hand down to the belly and bring the left hand to the top of your chest. So we're going to bring the attention to the breathing. So just have the hands there and breathing in and out for a few rounds naturally. Nothing is changing. Just allow the breath to happen. Couple more breath. And I want you to keep breathing with the hands, right hand in your belly, left hand on top of your chest. And I want you to be aware, where do you feel the breath the most? I'm feeling more in my belly. I can notice my hand raising up with every inhalation and sinking down with every exhalation. Right? Basically, all the movement when I'm breathing is happening in the lower abdomen. Barely not movement on the chest. And that is what we try to achieve here, to breathe more down in the belly than on the chest. Just assess and see what's going on in your own body. And if you feel that the breath is happening more into your chest, I invite you to bring the hand down to the belly. And with both hands, we're going to actually try to inhale deeper as we bring the belly out. Kind of exaggerate a little bit. We want to figure out the movement down the belly and bring the awareness to the movement, to the abdominal breathing. Up, one more breath. And with the next inhale, we're going to bring the arms to the side into position, palms facing up, relaxing the shoulder blades, the shoulders towards the floor, and gently again rock your head from side to side. Head back through center. Bring the palms again down to your abdomen, below your navel, and begin to breathe there, down the belly. Do your best for the inhalations and exhalations to be felt in your lower abdomen. With the next inhale, let's bring the arms up and overhead, palms facing up. Reach to the fingertip, gentle arch the spine, lifting the chest, lifting the spine off the mat. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Flatten the mat down to the mat and bring the hands down towards the floor. Feet off the mat, hands to your knees. Let's do some few rounds of Apanasana to stretch gently the lower back. Use your breath. Few more rounds. And then slowly lower the hands down again, let the feet down towards the floor, wide as your hips, hands down. Let's come into a gentle bridge. So don't go all the way up. Lift the pelvis, lift the lower back to that high, and then middle back, lower back, sacrum goes down, rocking the pelvis forward, arching the spine. Flatten the spine, flatten the lower back, pick up the pelvis, pick up the lower back, middle back. Slowly, the middle back goes down, lumbar spine goes down, sacrum down, and rock the pelvis, tilting the pelvis forward. Exhale, flatten the lower back. Pick up the pelvis, lower back, middle back up. Middle back, lower back, sacrum down, tilting the pelvis forward, and then flatten the spine. Hands to your knees, few rounds of Apanasa again. Gently stretching the lower back. Few rounds. Keep the big toes touching and open the knees out and the thighs just in and out. Few rounds, gently mobilizing, bringing some movement to the hips, joints. We're still warming up the body, so gentle with the movement. Don't rush any movement. Link the breath with the movement. Control the breath. And slowly release it down towards the floor. From here, straighten the legs, point the toes, bring the arms overhead, reach through the fingertips. Nice long spine. Create the space. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Bend the knees, hug yourself, flatten the lower back, and then roll over to one side and slowly straighten the top leg. Use the palms to slowly, let's all come to a seated position. So grab your blanket and sit on the edge in Sukhasana, easy pose. Or if you need to modify your sitting position, please do so. Important is to have your spine nice and long and the chin slightly tucked in. Hands to your knees. Gaze towards the floor or eyes closed. Take a few rounds of breath here. And bring the palms together towards the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Please interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows, round the spine, pull the belly in, and stretch in between the shoulder blades. Take an inhale, release the arms, bring the arms out and behind you. Interlace the fingers down to your sacrum and straighten the arms, move the arms away from your spine, stretch the front of the shoulders, and then slowly release. Bring the arms out to the side and hands to the heart center. Interlace the fingers, take a deep inhale, deep exhalation, slowly through the nose, round the spine, belly inch into your chest. Take a deep inhale, bring the spine to neutral, sweep the arms to the side and behind you. Interlace the fingers, move the arms away. Exhale, release the palms, bring the arms forward to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Slowly flex the fingers, take a deep inhale. Exhale, straighten and round the spine, belly inch into your chest. Release the hands, arms out and behind you. And move the arms away as you stretch the front of the shoulders and the chest, and slowly release the hands. Bring the arms out and up. And slowly hands to the heart center. Bring the attention back to your breath. The hands to your shoulders, relax your elbows, and from your shoulder joints, we're going to draw circles with the elbows. Going in one direction first. Slow movement of the shoulders and the shoulder joints. Going into the opposite direction. And slowly bring the arms out, lower the right hand down, and extend the left arm up to the sky. From here, flex both elbows, the spine goes to the right. Inhale, straighten the elbows and bring the hand up. Flex the spine, flex the elbows, press with your left hip, spine goes to the right. Inhale, straighten and reach. Flex and exhale to the right. Inhale, back up. Now we're going to flex and hold in position. Take a deep inhale, stay in position, bring the left arm up, lower the hand down to your left hip. Inhale, sweep the arm up, overhead and over to your left ear. Inhale, sweep the arm up and lower down by your hip. Keep the spine to the right. One more time, reach over to your left ear. Inhale, arm up, down, bring the spine back through center, shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, up, back and down. Place your left hand down, extend the right arm up, flex both elbows and the spine goes to the right, to the left. Inhale, spine back through center, straighten the arms, the elbows. Flex the elbows, press through the right hip, spine goes to the left, and back through center, straighten. Flex, exhale, relax to the left. Inhale, up. Flex, soften, and exhale to the left. One more, up. Flex, soften, go to the side, and stay the spine to the left. Just the right arm goes up. Exhale, lower down to your right hip. Inhale, reach, and over to your right ear. Inhale, left, right arm up, down to the hip. One more time, extend and reach, and down to your right ear. Inhale, reach, bring the spine back through center, lower the right hand down, bring the shoulders back, up, forward and down, back, up, forward and down. One more time, back, up, forward and down. Hands to the heart center, gaze towards the floor or eyes closed. Let's bring the tension back to the breath. With your next inhale, please float the hands up to the sky. Lengthen the spine, twist to the right. Left hand goes down to right knee, right hand behind you. Look over to right shoulder. Stay in your twist. With the next inhale, the head, the chin goes to left shoulder. And with the next exhale, the chin goes to the right shoulder. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Slowly turn back through center. Reach with the arms up and overhead. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Lift the chest, look over to your shoulder. With the inhale, the chin goes to the right shoulder. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right and do the twist. Bring the arms up and overhead and hands to the heart center. Take a moment. Breathing in and out. Bring the hands behind you and do the crossing of the legs. Let's do some windshield wiper movement here. Moving slowly. Bring some movement to your hips and then drop the legs to one side and let's come to tabletop. So here again, the blanket or the towel will be protecting, in this case, your knees. So just make sure. And we're going to have the knees wider than the hips now. So let me get my blanket. So here, got it. Knees wider than the hips and big toes touching. So have your wrist right under your shoulders and we're going to rock back to the heels and back through center. Rock back to the heels. Back through center. One more. Back to the heels. Back through center. Back to the heels and we sink the hips down to the heels. We're going to walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Right palm on top of your left hand, elbows down, forehead towards the floor, and just feel the stretch on the right side of your rib cage. Moving slowly to the opposite side. Left hand on top of your right hand, elbows down, forehead towards the floor. Take a deep breath here. And gently, let's walk the hands back through center. Let's return the spine to neutral position, tabletop. Now the knees are wide as your hips, so have your knees right under the hips. Move the hips back to child's pose, elbows down, forehead towards the floor or towards the block. Please don't leave the head hanging in the air. Just relax here as you stretch gently the spine. And from here, hands down by your knees, pressing, standing, and kneeling position. So from kneeling position with the knees right under the hips, let's step forward with your left foot. Right knee slightly up, left heel right under your left knee. From here, we're going to straighten your left leg, bring the arms overhead. Flex your left knee, flex the elbows, elbows by your rib cage, palm facing up. Inhale, straighten arms up. Flex elbows in. Inhale, straighten arms up. Flex the knee, flex the elbows, guide with the chest, open the heart. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms up. Flex the knee and flex the elbows. Inhale, straighten and reach. Flex and by the rib cage one more time. Inhale, straighten. And then flex, lower the hands down towards the floor. From here, from hands down, we're going to straighten the knee, move the hips back. Flex the knee, lead with the heart. Inhale, straighten, move the hips back. Flex the knee, flat back. Inhale, move the hips back, pick up the ball of the foot. Flex the knee and flat back. Inhale, straighten, move the hips back. Flex and one more. Inhale, straighten. And flex, bring the left knee back to meet your right knee. And let's all move back to child's pose. Take a moment. And slowly let's come back to standing position. Time to step forward the right foot. Left knee slightly back. Hands to your thighs to lift the chest. And we're going to straighten the right leg. Bring the arms overhead. Bring the arms out and behind you. Flex the elbows. Straighten the legs, arms out and up. Flex the knees, sweep the arms out. Flex the elbows, place the hands to the sacrum. Inhale, arms out and up, straighten. Exhale, flex, sweep, and arms, hands behind. Two more. Inhale, straighten, reach up. Flex and move the pelvis hip forward. One more. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, sweep, flex, and hands back. Hands down towards the floor. Let's move the hip forward and back, hamstring stretch. And straighten the leg, pick up the ball of foot into your chest. Flex the right knee, flat back, lead with a heart. Inhale, straighten and back. Exhale, flex and forward. Inhale, straighten and back. Flex and forward. Straighten and back. Flex and forward. One more. Straighten and back. Flex and bring the right knee to meet your left knee. Let's all move to Balasana. Take a moment at child's pose. Slowly to table. Slowly step forward with the left foot again. Keep the left foot in line with your left hip and tuck the toes under or your back foot high lunge. Pick up the knee of the mat and we're going to rock forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, back, forward and back. Sink the right knee down towards the floor, top of the right foot down towards the mat. Walk your left foot to the edge of the mat, hands under the shoulder, wrist under the shoulders, and then release the pelvis and the hips. Keep your left knee over to your left ankle, and just breathe through this. Keep lifting the chest. If you're noticing you're rounding and keeping or bringing the ears to your shoulders to your ears, move the shoulders back and down. Relax your pelvic floor. Relax your inner thigh. Work on stretching the iliopsoas on the right hip. Take a deep inhale. Bring the left knee back and step forward with the right foot. So tuck the toes under. Pick up the left knee of the mat, and we're going to keep the 90-degree angle into right knee to the right ankle. And we're going to rock forward and back, 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 forward and back. The right knee is bent, and then release the left knee down and walk the right foot to the edge of the mat. The wrists are under the shoulders, the right knee is over to your right ankle, and sink the pelvis, sink the hips, and lead with the chest. Shoulders back and down, please. Keep the breath flowing, nice, deep, long, relaxing breathing. Couple more breaths. And the right knee comes to meet your left knee. Move the hips back to the heels, Balasana. Relax your shoulders, elbows, and bring the forehead towards the mat or towards the block. Take your time, just breathe here. From child's pose, let's return to table, tucking the toes under, press. Let's move to downward dog, and then from downward dog, just keep lift the hips up, the heels up. Exhale, lower the heels down. Chin to your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Heels up. Exhale, with exhale, move slowly the heels towards the floor. Inhale, pick up the heels, and gently exhale down. And then from here, walk your hands towards your feet, gently come to the back of the mat. Take your blanket away from, and just keep it handy there. Let's have the feet wide as your hips, holding from the opposite elbows, bend the knees, relax your spine, chin slightly tucked in. And just breathe here. Hands to your hips. Keep the muscle of your spine and the belly engaged. Chin in, inhale slowly, safely with the knees slightly bent. Straighten your legs coming up. Hands to the heart center. Let's all come to Samasthiti, equal standing pose. Take your time there. Have your feet, the weight equally distributed in both feet. Picking up through the arches. Shoulders back and down. With your next inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Belly goes in. Engage the muscle of the abdomen, the spine. Lower the hands down towards the floor. Hands under the knees. Move the chest away into the flat back. Under the 90-degree angle. Exhale, fall forward. Relax your spine. Bend the knees. A reverse swan dive. Come all the way up to standing. Hands to the heart. Bend the knees. Chair pose. Move the hips back. Notice that my knees are not forward, my knees are back, so I can still see my toes, and try to keep the muscles of the spine engaged to keep the spine upright. Take a deep inhale, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, pull the belly in, hands down towards the floor. Hands under the knees, move the chest away into 90-degree angle. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, engage the back muscles, engage the core, straighten the legs, bring arms overhead, hands to the heart, and chair pose, holding position. Lift the chest. Activate those back muscles. Belly in, inhale, straighten the legs, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive, belly in, fall forward, and hands towards the floor, relax your neck. Inhale, hands under the knees, halfway up. Exhale to fall forward, bend the knees, engage the muscles, engage the core, and bring the arms overhead, straighten the legs. Hands to the heart, bend the knees, chair pose, holding position. Lift the chest. Activate those back muscles, activate the core. Straighten both legs, hands, arms up, straighten the legs, swan dive, belly in, and exhale, hands towards the floor. Inhale, hands under the knees, 90-degree angle. Exhale, fall forward. Bend the knees slightly, arms to the side in T, engage, straighten slowly the legs as you bring the arms overhead. Hands to the heart, bend the knees, chair pose, holding position. Now, heels up, heels down, heels up, heels down, heels up, heels down. Straighten the legs, arms overhead, swan dive, fall forward, relax the spine, hands towards the floor, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands under the knees, halfway up. Exhale, fall forward, bend the knees slightly, arms to the side, straighten the legs slowly as you bring the spine, arms overhead, hands to the heart, bend the knees, chair pose. Activate the abdomen, move the hips back. Inhale, heels up, heels down, up, down, up, down, straighten the legs, arms overhead, swan dive, one last round, fall forward, hands towards the floor, relax your spine. Inhale, hands under the knees, halfway up. Exhale to fall forward, bend the knees slightly, engage the core, arms to the side, straighten the legs, arms overhead, hands to the heart, bend the knees, Ardha Utkatasana. Heels up, heels down, heels up, heels down. One more, activate the muscles, heels up, down, straighten the legs, arms overhead, swan dive, good job, hands towards the floor, nod your head yes, shake your head no. Relax your spine, breathing in and out. And rounding the spine, heavy arms, heavy head, slowly find your way to Samastiti. Shoulders back and down, hands down by your hips, lifting from the chest. Eyes closed or gaze towards the mat. Reconnect back with your breath, please. And slowly, let's work on a little bit of more balance. So have your feet under your hips. Let's work in our tree pose, our classical tree pose. You can have your hands to your waist. You can bend the knees, rotate the knee out, and placing the heel in the inner part of your left ankle. That's it. That's one version of the tree with the hands to the heart or the arms growing towards the sky. Whatever you like. You can always bring that right foot below your knee or above your knee, never in your knee joint, please. And then find a position of your hands or your arms. Find a spot in front of you on the floor where you can focus your gaze. We're going to begin counting backwards. 6 round of breath. Your we're done. Release your hands down, release the right foot down. Cross the right leg behind your left leg. Place your left hand to your left waist, reach with the right arm up, and move the spine to the left as you move the hip to the right. Guide the right elbow back and open and stretch the right side of the rib cage, the outside of the hip, the legs. Slowly bring that right arm up and lower it down. Hands to your waist and do the crossing of the legs. Let's bring some movement to your left leg. Releasing the hip, the knee, the ankle, the foot, and now place the weight on your right foot. Bend the left knee, turn the left knee over to the side, open, and you can stay there. You can bring the left foot below the knee, above the knee, maybe changing the position of the arms if you like. Find the spot in front of you. Concentrate on the breath and begin to count backwards, 6 rounds. And the last round, slowly release it. Release the left foot down, cross the left leg behind your right leg, right hand to your right waist, reach through the left arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, move the hips to the left and the spine goes to the right. Relax your left elbow, or left shoulder and hand, and just feel the opening on the left side. Gently return back through center, lower the hand down and do the crossing of the legs. Let's move the right hip, the right knee and ankle, one direction, opposite direction. Good job, everyone. Let's stand in the back of the mat with the feet wide as the hips. Inhale, flow the arms up and overhead. Nice long spine. Swan dive, Uttanasana, fall forward. Hands towards the floor, nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Walk the hands to the front of the mat to downward dog with the hands wide as your shoulders, feet wide as your hips, heels up, knees down, top of the feet flat. We're going to rock the chest forward, flex the elbows by your rib cage, engage the core slowly, lower the chest, lower the belly, lower the hips, straighten the legs, and lower the arms down by your side as you turn the head to one side. Reverse Shavasana. Take a moment here to rest and gathering up some energy back. Tap the head, turn it over to the opposite side, please. Rounds. Let's work now on back muscle strength. At the same time, we open the front of the chest and the shoulders. So from here, hands under the shoulders. This is Bhujangasana Cobra pose. We place the hands there just for support, not just to press and lift and use this as a lever. We need to activate those back muscles, and we're going to do that. Chin to your chest, elbows by your rib cage, legs and feet together. With the next inhalation, you lift the head, you lift the chest and shoulders off the mat. Don't lead with the chin. Keep your neck neutral. Exhale slowly down towards the floor. Press to the pelvis and the hips. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, lift the shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And keep moving up and down at your own pace, connecting the breath with the movement. Couple more breaths. One last. Exhale down. Press palms against the floor to lift the chest, lift the pelvis, bend the knees, and move the hips to child's pose. Relax your hips, relax your lower back. Hands by your hips, lift the head, lift the chest, drop the legs to one side, and let's come to the front of the mat. To farmer's pose to stretch lower back, middle back, and in between the shoulder blades in the back side. Just breathe here. And inhale, lift the spine into flat back, feet off the mat, Navasana. Take a deep inhale, through round of breath here. Lower the feet, lower the hands behind you. Inhale, Chatuspada Pitam. Lift the pelvis, reverse tabletop, look up, hold there three rounds. If this is too much for you, just can lower the hips down, okay? Adapt. Take a deep inhale and exhale, lower down, 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 straighten the legs forward, bring the arms overhead, nice, easy breathing. Take a deep inhale and move forward as you lower the hands to the feet or to your shins in Paschimottanasana, 3 round of breath. Slowly lift the head, lift the chest, bend the knees, boat pose, 3 round of breath. Feet down, hands under the shoulder, fingertips facing to the front. Inhale, press, straighten the arms and lift the pelvis, the hips look up. Don't drop the head behind you. Keep your neck neutral. 3 round of breath. Slowly lower down, straighten the legs, arms out and up and overhead, fall forward. Paschimottanasana. Slowly back to boat pose, 3 rounds. Shoulders back and down, engage the core, breathe. Feet down, hands under the shoulders, and let's bring left hip up. 3 round of breath. You see, I have to modify here because my left hamstring still cannot take that strength that needs to keep the legs up. So I need to bring the left foot a little bit closer, and that helps not to feel some straining here in my left muscle. Slowly exhale, lower down, straighten both legs to the front. Let's come to our last Paschimottanasana. Arms overhead, chin to your chest, and as you exhale, fall forward. And from here, slowly bend the knees. Place the feet wide as your hips, hands to your knees, rounding the spine, engage the core, chin slowly goes into the chest as we lay the spine down towards the floor, and use your blanket to protect your neck and your head, please. Keep your knees bent, hands to your belly, and let's come back to the belly breathing as we started. Try to concentrate the breath happening only on your lower abdomen. Now, please, let's place the left foot on top of your right thigh. IT band stretch. We'll never forget that one. Holding from the hamstring or the shin. And my case, I'm going to straighten the right leg up to work on stretching the back line of my right leg away, more deeper. But also, when you hold from that way, it's a deeper stretch for your IT band. Just experiment and see what works for you, holding from the hamstring, holding from the shin, or from the back of your calf muscle. You're holding from your leg, lower the right foot down. Let's come into half happy baby. Grab the outside of your left foot or the outside of the ankle and guide the left side outside of your left side of your rib cage. Breathe. And slowly lower the left foot down. Now place your right foot on top of your left thigh, holding from the hamstring, from the shin, or if you want to straighten the leg and deepening that stretch, holding from the the back of your calf muscle with both hands. Chin to your chest and breathe through the outside of your right hip. Gently release the left foot down. Let's come into half happy baby. Grab the outside of the right foot or the outside of the ankle and just guide the leg as you open and release your hip, your inner thighs, your pelvic floor. Let's come into the full happy baby. Left foot up, holding, and you can stay still. You can rock from side to side. That's your choice. Whatever you are, guide the chin slightly into your chest so you have your neck nice and long. From here, lower the feet wide as your mat. Let's come into windshield wiper movement. Since we kept the legs still in position for so long, let's bring some movement back to the hips slowly again. Legs back through center, hug yourself, flatten your lower back. And then guide the knees away so the knees are over your hips and your heels are in line with your knees. Let's come to our last twist with the arms in T position. Slowly lower the legs to the left side in control. Guide the right knee, perhaps with the left knee to go closer to your left knee. Pick up the head and turn it over to right shoulder. Chaturanga Parivriti. Release, engage the core, slowly bring both legs back to center, bring the head back through the center. With a 90-degree angle, engage and slowly exhale, twist to the right. Guide the left knee closer to the right, lift the head off the mat and turn it over to left shoulder. Breathe through this. Release, engage the core. Slowly, both legs with the next inhalations are coming back through the center. Lower the feet down, come into gentle bridge to align your spine, and then slowly release the bridge down towards the floor. Again, hug yourself, flatten your lower back, stretch your lower back. Pick up the head, forehead to your knee, if that works for your neck today. And exhale, release the head down. Guide the thighs away. Hands to your knees, big toes touching, mobilizing the hip a little bit more here. Opening and close. Few rounds, please. Bring the thighs, lower the feet down, and wide as your mat. Let's do some windshield wiper movement here. Few rounds. Head back through center, guide the thighs, the knees in. Keep the feet wide as your mat. The feet are in. Relax your inner thighs. Relax your and release your iliopsoas. Bring the hands to your abdomen, to the belly. And again, belly breathing. Slowly guide the knees open and slide both legs to both corners of the mat as you turn the feet out. Bring the arms away from the body, palm facing up, and you are now in your final asana, Shavasana. Of course, this is the time when you need to take care of yourself to make sure that you are comfortable, that you are warm. Just take the time here that you need to. Feel your breath. Just be aware of your body from head to the sole of the feet. Take a moment to notice places you may still be holding some tension. I'm going to invite you, like maybe tension is in lower back. Maybe you want to bend the knees and release the tension by bending the knees or placing bolster under your knees. But also, whatever you are feeling, that tightness, maybe shoulders, maybe neck, maybe hips, even the heart. Just take the time to breathe through that specific part of the body, long and deep, long and deep. Take your time. Maybe you need to move your awareness to a different part of the body. You'll do the same. As you notice that specific part with some tightness, you concentrate and focus your attention as you breathe long and deep, as much as you need to. Now slowly deepen your breath even more. Nice, deep, easy breathing. With your next inhale, the arms are coming overhead and you're pointing the toes, you're reaching through the fingertips. Find a nice long stretch there, creating space in between each vertebrae. Take a deep inhalation, please. And as you exhale, you are bending your knees. Hug yourself to stretch your lower back one more time. And then when you're ready, gently roll over to one side and pause there and feel position a little longer. Take your time. And the head comes last. Very slowly. Let's all meet together as we sit with a strong and stable spine, soft shoulders, soft muscles on the face, relaxing the jaw, the lips. Take your time as you adjust yourself. And let's go inward. Let's watch our breath. Placing again, left hand on top of your left in the chest, right hand down to the belly. And inhaling and exhaling through the nose, perhaps ujjayi breathing. Just work on being aware where the breath is happening most, where you feel your breath moving. Is it more into the chest? Or now is you can actually feel it more in the belly. If you still feel the breath happening mainly up in your chest region, lower the hand down to the abdomen, soften your shoulders, and kind of exaggerate again the inhalations, ballooning the belly out, and exhaling, sinking the belly in. If the belly breathing is naturally happening to you, just soft breathing. And for those ones are trying to feel the breath down the belly, not in the chest, slowly begin to soften the breath. And just watch your hands moving up, away with the belly, and noticing the hands sinking in towards the spine. Now gently lower the palms down to your knees. And keep your eyes closed and return now to your regular breathing. No more extending the inhalations and the exhalations, but yet keep watching your breath happening down the abdomen. Tie the hands together close to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Noticing the mind, noticing the body. Just watch for any positive changes you might be feeling or experiencing after this hour together. Perhaps the body feels light, open. Perhaps your mind feels a little bit more at ease, peaceful, quiet. And if those are the feelings of the mind of the body, how you're experiencing your mind and your body at this moment, whatever the positive feeling is happening, let's try to cultivate this a little bit longer after this practice is over. Try not to rush into the next task ahead of you. Try not to jump in right away into whatever is in your to-do list of the day. Take a few more minutes, holding space for your well-being. And you'll have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to cultivate. And we'll have peaceful, loving, sweet words to offer always. And may our actions always be inspired by love, peace, sweetness, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And I thank you all very, very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaste. Thank you.